Hi, meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. The weekend is here. Overall, it looks like a colder and dry weekend. We do have a high wind advisory. Goes into effect 10 o'clock tonight through 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Anticipating wind gusts anywhere from about 40 to 50 miles per hour. And coupled with pretty cold temperatures on Saturday, the wind chills will be a factor. Let's get started with a look back at the high temps today briefly. Getting up to 50 degrees this afternoon. Cold front now has come through. The front that gave us some of the rain showers has moved offshore, and it will turn cooler to eventually colder overnight. And you'll notice that chill over the weekend. Temperature, again, hitting 50 for a couple of hours this afternoon. Well, the lack of snow continues since December 1st in Providence. Only 10 inches of snow. You know, on this date, 6 years ago, February 8th and 9th, 2013, blizzard with about 18 inches of snow. Some private sector companies had nicknamed this storm back in 2013 winter storm Nemo, and it's right in here. Providence picked up 18 inches of snow on this date 6 years ago, and about 25 inches fell in the northwest part of the state, leading the pack as far as the top 10 snowstorms in Providence. Right up there, the blizzard of 1978. We do have some snow in the forecast on Tuesday. I mean, we're not looking at anything like a blockbuster, but we could see some accumulations early next week. We'll talk about that in just a second. All right, these pictures from Providence. We're taping this as of about 7:30 this evening. You can see the camera shaking a little bit in the wind. The wind's starting to pick up. So things that we're keeping an eye on includes that the wind advisory, 10 o'clock tonight through 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Much colder over the weekend. Wind chills will be a factor on Saturday, single digits in the morning, the feel-like temps, and about 15 degrees Saturday afternoon, but at least it's sunny. Then Tuesday may be a little bit of everything. Some snow, there's a chance that it may go over to some sleet and rain, but before that happens, the potential is there for some accumulations, even though that's several days down the road. Satellite and radar composite showing some of the rain that came through today is now well offshore. You see lake effect snow squalls in upstate New York. But what we're tracking are two cold fronts. Get this out of the way. The first one that came through today gave us the rain showers. So that's going to be heading east. It's this second front through upstate New York. And that'll be pushing through tonight, and that'll bring some much colder air. In fact, you take a look at the temperatures behind this front, the second one, and you can see across the Great Lakes and Northern Plains, that area of purple, colder temperatures. And again, these are the temperatures as of this taping, which is about 7:30 this evening, and that colder air headed our way later tonight, especially by the weekend. I mean, nothing record-breaking, but it is much, much colder both Saturday and Sunday. Let me walk you through the forecast. Well, first of all, there's a high wind advisory. Most of our area gusts anywhere from 40 to 50 miles per hour. I don't really anticipate anything widespread with outages and damage. There may be some sporadic power interruptions, isolated tree limb damage and things like that. I just don't think it's anything widespread here. But here's the forecast. Watch the time bar up on top. Overnight tonight, clear, windy and colder by 6 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully these numbers will change. They're a little behind. It's not 36 at 6 a.m. There you go. Upper teens to lower 20s for temperatures at that time, and then sunshine, windy, cold throughout the day. During about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you got these temperatures that go from 21 at 6 a.m. to the upper 20s to low 30s by the afternoon hours. The wind just makes it feel colder. And then here we are at 6 o'clock in the evening. We go from 29 degrees down to about 25, and it gets even colder during the overnight hours. So your Saturday night and towards daybreak on Sunday, eventually the temperature is getting down into the teens. So for this evening, it's pretty simple, clear, windy, and turning colder. 11 o'clock down to 30, nothing unusual. 30 degrees at 11 o'clock, but you'll notice the chill by Saturday morning. In fact, waking up to sunshine, windy, much colder. 24, but it really only recovers to the low 30s, about 32 to 34. Of course, that strong wind will make it feel colder, but at least it's on the dry side. I want to show you the 7-day forecast, and what we're keeping an eye on. First of all, your weekend is dry. You can see some of that snow, sleet, and rain on Tuesday. That's our next potential of a storm. Sunday's not bad after starting off at 14, 35 in the afternoon. Monday is quiet. There'll be this developing storm, coastal storm on Tuesday. I'm thinking the Tuesday morning commute is fine, but by Tuesday evening it'll be messy. Right now the early call on this is that it's cold enough to start as snow, but it may change or mix over to rain and sleet. But before that changeover occurs, there's a possibility of some small accumulations. Some of our computer guidance hinting at 2, 3, 4 inches of snow perhaps before the change to sleet and rain. So stay tuned on that. Drying out on Wednesday with a temperature coming in at about 42. So it's quiet this weekend, just much colder. Again, very windy coming up for the next 24 hours. Check back with me tonight at 10 o'clock on Eyewitness News, and again at 11 o'clock for your updated forecast. We'll talk more about what may happen early next week on Tuesday. In the meantime, sunglasses and warm coats, jackets, and gloves, pretty much the weather gear for this weekend. Thanks for logging in, and have a good weekend.